Welcome back. Today we are tackling a classic computer science problem, the Fibonacci sequence. While it is often the first example used to teach recursion, the standard recursive solution is actually terrible for performance. In this video, we will transform that slow solution into a lightning-fast one using dynamic programming. First, let's make sure we are on the same page. The Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers where the next number is found by adding up the two numbers before it. It starts with 0 and 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, and so on. The formula is quite simple. The function of n equals the function of n minus 1 plus the function of n minus 2. So why is the standard recursive solution so bad? Look at this tree for calculating the fifth Fibonacci number. To get 5, we need 4 and 3. But to get 4, we need 3 and 2. Notice something? We are calculating the third Fibonacci number twice. As the tree gets bigger, these duplicate calculations explode exponentially. This gives us a time complexity of O of 2 to the power of n, which is incredibly slow for large numbers. This is where dynamic programming, or DP, comes to the rescue. DP is mainly about two things: overlapping subproblems and optimal substructure. In simple terms, if we solve a small problem once, we should store the answer so we never have to solve it again. As the quote says, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Our first strategy is called memoization. This is a top-down approach. We keep our recursive structure, but we add a memo, usually a dictionary or hash map. Before we do any calculation, we check, have I seen this number before? If yes, we return the stored result immediately. If not, we calculate it, store it in the memo, and then return it. This simple change drastically improves performance. The second strategy is tabulation. This is a bottom-up approach. Instead of recursion, we use a loop. We create a table or an array and fill it starting from the smallest values, 0 and 1. We then loop from 2 up to n, filling in each cell by adding the previous two cells. This avoids the overhead of recursive function calls entirely. Now let's think about space. In the tabulation approach, we stored an entire array of numbers. But do we really need all of them? To calculate the current number, we only looked at the previous number and the one before that. We can throw away everything else. By using a sliding window of just two variables, we can reduce our memory usage significantly. Here is the fully optimized code. We handle the base cases, then initialize two variables. A and B we loop from 2 to n, updating A and B in each step. A becomes the old B, and B becomes the sum of the old A and B. Finally, we return B. This runs in linear time and uses constant space. Let's compare the results. The naive recursive approach is exponential time, O of 2 to the n, which is unusable for large inputs. Both memoization and tabulation bring this down to linear time. O of n, however, our space-optimized iterative approach is the winner, keeping linear time but using only O of 1 space. To wrap up, recursion can be elegant but inefficient due to repeated work. Dynamic programming solves this by storing results. You can choose between memoization or tabulation depending on the problem. And finally, always look for opportunities to optimize space if you only need a few previous values. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.